Yo, what is going on, everybody? It is Randeezus. Thank you so much for clicking on the video. Today we're going to be talking about some skill-based matchmaking, discussing if it has a place in video games or if it should be gone forever. There is a lot to talk about and question, so get prepared to have an open mind. But without further ado, let's get right into it. So, if you don't know what skill-based matchmaking is, then honestly you've been living under a rock for the last year because it has been a constant piece of discussion among most first-person shooters and some third-person shooters like Fortnite, and it gets louder and louder the longer that it goes on and is not addressed. Skill-based matchmaking is exactly how it sounds. It bases your matchmaking on your skill. The reason why we're talking about it today is because Black Ops Cold War has it, and it has it bad. Now, quick disclaimer, I have not played Black Ops Cold War as of yet. I don't own a PS4 and therefore I can't play the alpha. I am a very sad boy. Skill-based matchmaking in Cold War is not new news if you've been keeping up with the game. I mean, Modern Warfare has it pretty bad, Warzone has it bad, but it was also leaked a while ago that the same, if not more intense version would be running in Cold War. And now that the alpha is out and the people are playing the game, they have noticed that the dial has been turned up a whole hell of a lot. Lots of YouTubers and CoD Pro players have been tweeting about it. Even Charlie Intel is tweeting for the removal of the feature. The main reason I'm not down with skill-based matchmaking is because it is very misleading and borderline disrespectful to the players. Now, I know that seems like a stretch, but hear me out. By putting newer players in low-skilled lobbies, Activision is basically lying to them and telling them that they're doing a good job. Think of it like this. You're a new player to Call of Duty, never played before. You join your first few lobbies and the game knows that you are a total noob. By pairing you with other noobs without telling you, they're giving you a false sense of accomplishment because they want you to return. It's like when you play basketball with a child and let them win. Yes, it does build confidence, but when they are doing it to adults, it's very misleading. Especially because eventually, when you're playing basketball with a kid, you're gonna have to dunk on them to let them know that the skill ceiling is super high, and if they want to get better, they have to practice, because if you don't, they're gonna go around thinking that they're the best when they can't even shoot a simple three. We need to do the same thing in Call of Duty. Now, I'm not gonna lie to you. I hate the current state of skill-based matchmaking. It is infuriating. It's difficult and it's unrewarding, which is the most important part of this. Up until literally today, I was for the complete removal of skill-based matchmaking, and my mind changed because of this one tweet. Martin Donlin is the director of technology over at Treyarch, so he's into all this tech stuff, whatever that means. Honestly, not sure what his job title means, but what I do know is that if he didn't know what he was talking about, he would not be tweeting about it. Some dude on Twitter is talking about how all of his favorite COD games never had skill-based matchmaking and they were fantastic, only for our new friend Martin here to tell him that skill-based matchmaking existed all along. The thread goes on saying basically that, okay, well, it wasn't noticeable, so the point stands. Also, I love how this Jack guy pulls a Donald Trump and just calls out a Treyarch dev.
Absolutely
wrong.
This honestly changed my perspective of skill-based matchmaking. Those older CODs were some of my favorite games growing up. I have a lot of memories. Most notably Call of Duty 4 and Modern Warfare 2. I was only a kid when I played those games, and it was before the conversation of skill-based matchmaking ever even became a mainstream thing. These games are often referred to as the golden age of Call of Duty, which is why I believe it's so troublesome that the most hated feature of modern gaming is really not that modern at all. With that in mind, I feel like it is a little misinformed to demand the complete removal of skill-based matchmaking. After all, it's not a new mechanic, and up until this year, no one really cared or even knew that it existed. So what happened this year that has been different in the past? I think the main thing is that it was tweaked, so above average players now feel like below average players. It's worth noting that a lot of YouTubers make up the above average players, and since YouTubers have a voice, they are the ones complaining. It makes the conversation seem louder than it is. With this knowledge that skill-based matchmaking has been in the game for a while, it makes me think that it actually deserves a place in gaming, and here's why. Call of Duty has been around for over 10 years, and people like me have been playing this game since COD 4. It's an understatement for me to say that I'm good at the game. I'm not a pro level, and I could get stomped very easily, but I'm a lot better than noobs. I'm a lot better than noobs, promise you. It's actually funny because I tried to get my old roommate into COD last year. He'd watch me play and then try it out and only to get destroyed. I think he played a total of like 3 or 4 games before he was like, no, man, this game is not fun, because he just could not compete. After a franchise has been around for a decade or longer, the people that still play the game are hardcore, die-hard fans, and you can bet that they are going to be good at the game. Against each other, maybe not. They'll rock a sporty 1 KD, but put them in a lobby with a new player and they will be absolutely untouchable. For this reason and for the longevity of the franchise, I honestly think it's important that the very, very, very brand new players have their own matchmaking. Of course, I would love to obliterate new players because that would be super fun, but if we do that, they're not gonna play anymore, and eventually the only people left for matchmaking are going to be other really good players. For this one reason, I am down for skill-based matchmaking. I feel like I'm melting. I would rather my game live on than die, but the way that the current system works needs changing. I want to know my skill rank. I want to know how I stack up against other players. I realize that as a new player, it wouldn't really feel good knowing that you're shit at the game, but it's better than having this false sense of confidence. At least if you're playing with other low-skilled players and you're doing well, you know why. But right now, these newer players just have a false sense of confidence, and once they start getting into the game and learning about it by watching YouTube videos and guides and watching Twitch, they will realize that they're not actually good at the game. They're gonna have to learn about it eventually. Why not have it baked into it? Like, take Halo 3 for example. You got 1 experience point for every win. Now, when I first started playing Halo, I knew that I had a bad rank and I saw people with really good ranks. Of course, I felt bad and knew that I wasn't good at the game, but I wanted to have a high rank. In Call of Duty's current state, there's no wanting to be better at the game because there's no real ranking system. It just goes to 155, and that doesn't really mean anything. It's all back-end stuff that honestly just makes veteran players frustrated. Listen, I'm down for skill-based matchmaking, but I want to know where I rank and who I'm going up against so I can feel a sense of accomplishment, or else I'm just gonna go find a game that will give me that accomplishment. Oh my god, imagine if I realized that I was playing against noobs and I am a noob. That'd be a sad day. So what do you guys think? Do you like the current state? Don't be afraid to be honest. Disagree with me? Man, that's fine. Let's have a discussion. Guys, if you liked the video, like the video. If you loved the video, subscribe down below and let me know in the comments section if you agree or disagree with me. Peace out.